Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazal on MTGO, and I first want to start this video by saying we did it. Folks, we hit the big 1,000. And so similar to how last time I did a 500 subscriber Q&A special, I'm going to do a 1,000 subscribers Q&A special. So go ahead and just leave some comments down below, some questions for me, anything you want answered. I'm happy to do it because I'm so grateful to everyone who helped me get to 1,000 subs. It really means a lot to me, and I'm super happy. And to that end, I'm going to do something today that I've been promising to do for a long time, but I just never really got around to it. I'm doing the Prismatic Vista episode. Now, my land base is something I've been pretty unflinching about for a long time. It's always kind of been the same. But today, we're doing the biggest thing imaginable, and we're playing Prismatic Vista for them just to totally stress test it. Since my list is pretty heavy on basics and the deck is built to be able to play on basics, why not have a fetch land that can get all three colors and play around Wasteland? Seems pretty good to me. Now, I know that's not the most exciting conceit for a video because it's just part of the land base. So to double down on that, I have the most boring version of my deck possible. Well, I think that Fable's a little too exciting. There we go, perfect. And we're just gonna see what the mana base does. Just really dry stuff here. This one's for all the fans who are just really into Grixis control, really want to see the minutia and like the super granular decisions and just the base level Grixis control. This is for all my fans out there. Thanks again for helping me get to 1,000. If you want even more content each week, consider checking out the Patreon. And yeah, let's go see what Prismatic Vista is all about. Off to a great start here. We've won the die roll. No Prismatic Vista in my hand. This hand has a few too many lands for my liking, but it's functional. It's a super functional hand, to the extent that I think I might want to lead on Underground Sea and encourage getting wastelanded if I can trade cards in that matter. Although also getting hit by Blood Moon would be kind of rough. So we'll just stick to the normal plan here. Windswept Heath for a Tundra. This is not the most normal start. Alright, now this is what I'm talking about when I say, like, I don't want to run too many Tamios in my deck because that was kind of like a good play for my opponent, whereas usually creatures that have ETB, like if Swordsing Bowmasters is much less desirable. Okay, speaking of which, this seems kind of more like Bant control than Jeskai control because Windswept Heath wouldn't really be in that deck. But at least we get to try out Prismatic Vista. Gonna be getting basic Swamp with that. And then I can retain Polluted Delta. Interesting. Well, I'm glad they ran that out. They might not be reading me for Bowmasters, but the Prismatic Vista should be kind of weird to them. Okay. Feeling good about that. I think I take one force and then just ponder. Well, no. Shuffle that. Great. This is a little rough, but maybe I can conceal my red mana for a minute. Okay, what is going on right now? That's crazy. The exact same ponder? Kind of. 2 Force of Wills in a land. Shuffle it again. Brazen Bar was nice. Does that count as complaining about variance when you get the exact same ponder twice in a row? Okay, they have a play here. Is it going to be Nadu? No, it's not going to be Nadu. Do you think they would trade a construct for Bowmasters? Because I kind of wouldn't mind doing that. Negative. Or they might think I just have more Bowmasters. Sure. And I'm going to be encouraging of them getting Pithing Needle here as well. But yeah, predictably they got Shuko. Oh, they have lots of Shukos. It's kind of a lot of damage. I don't know. I was almost thinking about flashing in Brazen Borrower. I guess that'd still be in the way though. Yeah, I think I'm good to just bounce that. Okay. Bennett. Sure, I've seen a lot of lands. That was a good draw. Of course, we could just lose next turn, but I'm not going to play around that when I need to push damage so badly. Hmm. So if they don't have another swords here, I would appreciate that. They must have a cantrip. No? Hmm. Really good draw. Send them both at Teferi. Yep. So now we'll have Force and Cling to beat the combo, if it comes to that. Oh, they have another Saga? Hmm. Okay. This Scalding Turn does not get black, I don't think, because there's a Badlands that's been surveilled away. No, it does not. Now you play Illusionist? No, shoot. It's worth hoping for. Okay, we'll play the same turn. But, I mean, we will lose to these constructs if I don't figure a way out to beat those. Although Kling will grind really hard. It's just rough of them being able to combo whenever they want. I don't think I mind Kling being face up if I can draw 2 cards. I think that is pretty darn important even. Yeah. And now since they didn't really combo very early on, all those land drops I complained so much about are kind of helping us out. I think we trade Army plus Bowmaster ETB for Construct number 1 here. Now we have Bowmasters established, so they can't just cantrip whenever they want. Well, they've made a construct. Did they fail to find at this point? No, they have a Lotus Petal. It would be nice if they comboed, but because I do have Force and Cling to Dust to fight it. But also if they just get like a ton of Narcomoebas, that's no good. Let's see what a Kolaghan's Command can do. With 2 cards in hand. I'm beating Force blue card that way anyways. So far so good. Wow, we completely dodged. How sweet is that? Ponder's good. They shuffle. What does playing this out do for me? It lets me Edict and Cling to Dust and beat Daze. Speed up that clock, baby. Another shuffle. I assume they want something pretty specific right now. Don't think they found it. So I took a couple really risky lines there. Bolting that construct to push damage. Sometimes you just really need to bluff against this deck. And if they can go off with force protection, that's usually when they'll go off. It's definitely a lot easier to bluff in person than in paper and than online. I'll admit that. Consign. Blood Moon is really interesting, but I don't think it's good enough. Fatal Push. I'll take one surgical on the draw. If force is only there to like prevent a goldfish, then surgical doing that for one card is better than having to spend 2 cards on it. Fnatic out. I think they're going to keep their swords. Trim Tameo. Is this just where we're at? Take some red blasts. Meltdown's also interesting. Yeah, sure. Probably the 4 Saga build. I think we can afford to have 1 Meltdown. Which means Trim a Thoughtseize. Huh. Trim both Thoughtseize. Well, it's really a question of whether they have Orm's Chant or not. We don't know that yet. So how about instead Narset and Teachings? I do miss Plague Engineer. Look at this beautiful hand. Flood is drained, go. Another Brainstorm. I think it's pretty safe to play out Sewers here. They'll do the same. Do they get a free Narcomoeba? Put it on top after some thought. I'll bin that. I'm not really looking for land number 4 yet. If I really need that, I can use Lorien Revealed. But often if Lorien Revealed is not part of my first 2 or 3 land drops, then I'm just going to hold out to see if I draw a bunch of lands, basically. Sure. This could go wrong if they have like force backup. Ponder. I could have force backup. Do I want them to untap? Not especially. They could have multiple illusionists though, and not multiple. Well, it doesn't matter if they have not multiple nomads. Combo is ready to go at that point. Alright, yeah, I'll let them play. Sure. Doesn't mean they're not gonna combo. Okay, that does though. Brainstorm. Wow. Can you believe this? They might have days. Let's put back Lorien Revealed and Ponder. Then get Volcanic Island and try to bolt this. I think. Yeah. Maybe I didn't need both Bowmasters. I don't know. But I think they are going to daze this. Or maybe even force it. Who knows? Could we be so lucky? Can we mill both Shukos with this trigger? No. We got another illusionist out though. Okay. Didn't really care about that, it seems. Tameo. That's our end game right there. Now I'm very curious to see if they make another construct or not, at which point I will be shooting the first one. Uh-huh. Teferi. Cast Brainstorm. Alright. Missing on land's a little rough, but I think we can make do here. Not to mention extracting illusionists we'll gut the combo. Give me a better idea of what I need to fight here. Which might just be construct token. I don't know, 2 illusionists already in the bin though. It's like, would I rather fight sagas and just extract those? It's so weird. I'm getting a little hasty all around, I think. Sure. Bolt Construct, I think. Only because Fatal Push can answer Nadu in an emergency. Even though we'd really prefer not to do that. Okay. I wish I knew if this deck played Daze or not. I guess I'll pretend like they do. There's the Oracle. So because they milled Oracle before Cabal Therapy, that's kind of cool. What if they just have another Force, though? Not seeing any Forces. Okay, there they are. I think we might be good. Ooh, they do have Worm's Chant. There's Dread Return. Where are the Narcomoebas? Maybe those are in hand? Hopefully not with another Force. Okay, there's the final Force. We're good. I think. Ah, there's an Narcomoeba. I can also give the illusion of being F6'd here. Oops. I kind of gave it away. And they likely have an Narcomoeba in hand, unless it's one of their last 4 cards. Memory's Journey is also some nice tech in this deck. Okay, yeah, I think they have an Narcomoeba in hand. Cast Surgical on Thassa's Oracle here, and that'll do it. Very nice spread of things here. They weren't really under pressure though, so they didn't really need to go off. Although it can also be hard because, like, how much time do you want to give your Grixis control opponent to set up? I think, given that, if I may critique my opponent, given that I was missing land drops and was brainstorm locked, they probably could have waited a little longer, make another construct, see what happens. I think that's 1 point for Prismatic Vista so far, though. Here we go for match number 2. Really strange hand, because we have Tamiyo Brainstorm, opponent's taking a mulligan, Force of Will, Fanatic that can get set up via Brainstorm. It is a 1-lander, so there are definitely inherent risks, but we're also on the draw. I don't know, there's just so much to do, and opponent's taking a mulligan. I feel like conceding these resources would be a mistake, but I'm fully aware of the risk of this hand. Let's do some learning together. Misty Rainforest, Lotus Petal. This is Doomsday? Psychic Frog. Ooh, if they have Daze, that'd be pretty freaking crazy, huh? Okay. I mean, if they just Dark Ritual Doomsday next turn, like, that's a vibe for sure. There was part of me that kind of wanted them to counter that so I could Fanatic it back. Wouldn't that have been kind of crazy? Street Wraith. Almost certainly up against Doomsday right now. They have a Ponder. Now, if they Fatal Push Tamiyo, it's kind of the same deal, right? Can still make use of that Fanatic trigger. If not, just having a 4-power beater against Doomsday is pretty impactful. Okay. 2 draw steps miss on land. So Brainstorm ideally will help us out here. And it does. Quite handily at that. I'm going to put the Fnatic 2 down. Because I probably want to cast Bowmasters next turn. Hopefully they'll interact with it. Problem with that is that I'd play Sewers and have it just kind of put a card on top. But maybe not. Maybe I don't even want Fnatic. That's also highly possible. Then we'll hide more Bowmasters on top. There's not another blue card in sight. Otherwise, getting Force of Will back would be like pretty freaking good, but we also might just want to get Thoughtseize back, we'll see. Okay, they're going to concede to that Thoughtseize. Alright. I mean, it's not lost on me that it was lucky for us to not miss land on that Brainstorm, but I think we were due for it. But I certainly acknowledge that variance is on my side a lot of the time. Fatal Push, which is weird. Red Blast. Consigned Memory. Thoughtseize. Oh, that's funny. I forgot Infernal Reckoning is in here. So maybe this isn't the most boring version of the deck after all. I don't know if Fnatic is right for this matchup. Opposition Agent I think is. I'm so convinced of this being a Doomsday deck because of that Lotus Petal. But what if it's not? What if it's just slightly accelerated Reanimator? Still feels weird calling this deck Reanimator. In my heart, Reanimator is a black-red, sometimes Mardu deck. But yeah, I'm going to trim the one Cling that I normally do against Doomsday. I'm going to... I think this is Doomsday. Oops, no, not that. Lightning Bolt. Yeah, it's so weird. Kolaghan's Command, a little inefficient. Trim a Tamiyo. Trim one Badlands, I think. Yeah, or no, I think it should be probably basic Swamp here. And then I guess it should be Fnatic too. And then I'm probably leaving some pretty good tools on the table, like Blood Moon and Pyroblast, a second Consign. But I do want more information. I mean, it's almost certain that this is Doomsday because of that Lotus Petal, but I don't know. Maybe on the draw. I don't know. Let's run like this. Very underwhelming hand. However, Brainstorm is pretty good at fixing stuff. I think it will be a little hard to beat an all-in Doomsday. But for the other stuff, I think we'll do okay. They're going to lead on Ponder. We have a lot of good top decks as well. They don't shuffle. It's important to note that Prismatic Vista does not get Undercity Sewers. Bowmasters, not bad. So doing this, we retain our ability to either Brainstorm or Surveil. There's Psychic Frog. It's not exactly the end of the world if we concede one card to them, but two cards? It's kind of bad. We'll bin that. No thanks for now. Another Brainstorm. I think I'm pretty interested in playing the Strix out. And I think I'll do it off of Prismatic Vista, grabbing a island. Worst case scenario here is that they have a Daze, but a Force of Will or a Fatal Push will help keep us at parity a little bit. Okay, yeah, that was the worst case scenario. Here comes Psychic Frog. Yep. A cool 5 cards in hand. No big deal. They also have Tamiyo now. And Brainstorm. Okay, so they're not getting any clues, but they are going to have a Planeswalker, which is not nothing. Don't want that land. Force of Will could be nice. Yeah, I think I'm fine putting 2 lands back. I think. Now, what the hell? Put back a Ponder. We'll be a little responsible here. Just a little bit. I see them reach for a Daze with Tameo. Bowmasters might even be able to pick it off. And they're going straight up. That is not so bad. Now, it's really important for me to get these Bowmasters in to the extent that I will even Force of Will a Daze. Okay, sure. That's fine. Murktide Regent too. Dark Ritual. Wouldn't have minded if they drew that. Holy cow. This is out of control. Force of Will, great. Consign is not going to work against that that ultimate. And Thoughtseize is just bad too. We're in rough shape. So I can counter both frog triggers, I guess, and just pray to top deck like a red blast for Tameo, I guess, and then I don't even know what. Guy just got out tempoed by a double force. Okay. Can we do it? Can I top deck? No. That was some insane brute forcing. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna take a little more removal. Because I guess if they do the combo part, they're kind of playing into us anyways. So just go like that. The combo is such an afterthought if they're not playing like Personal Tutor and stuff like that. I think Force of Will is fine. Pyroblast, Thoughtseize, and then Nimble Obstructionist or Consign if they happen to sneak something through. But yeah. Cling to Dust will often be held hostage, though, by Psychic Frog, so let's not rely on that. Instead, let's get... Blood Moon's like a nice thought, but I don't know. I don't think it's good enough here. Second Tameo on the play is pretty sweet. This handful of removal seems really good. Not to mention a 3-power beater with flash if they switch onto the combo. Yeah, I'll keep a Ponder actually. Seems pretty good. Bloodstained Mire and a Lotus Petal. We're going to see another turn 1 frog here. Wow. I wouldn't be too mad if they dazed. So I'm going to Ponder now. They're thinking about it. Okay, cool. This is probably meaning that they won't have another frog next turn. Unless they also have another Lotus Petal. In which case, that's another 2-for-1 for us. Here's Tameo. I guess I Edict that. No, I don't. Do that now so they can't cast Brainstorm. Sure. No shuffle. Pretty frightening. I'm gonna Surveil. I'm gonna bin that. I think we can do a little better. Yeah, there we go. I'm guessing they put a creature on top, but if they switch to Doomsday all of a sudden, well, that could get interesting. They're gonna Thoughtseize me? Sure. Maybe I was supposed to cast Brazen Borrower in response. They take Snapcaster Mage. What does that mean? If they Dark Ritual Doomsday here, I'm definitely playing Brazen Borrower. Okay, Brainstorm, sure. Maybe I play Brazen Borrower anyways. Even though they could be prioritizing a Daze right now. Would that be so bad? I don't know. Yeah, let's just wait. Good draw. Pause. I was really hoping they'd force that, because that would mean they're actually in pretty poor shape. Shuffle. So they're on the lookout for something. Sure. Don't mind that. Yep. How do we want to proceed? I think Edict. Okay. It's a threat. It's not the most incredible threat. But if they cast Doomsday and aren't prepared to answer that, it'd be a little rough on them. Baraglyph. Yeah, it's a little rough. I can only keep it at bay for so long. Thoughtseize. Time for the old blue removal spell. Bounce it to your hand and Thoughtseize it. Not great from a card advantage standpoint, though. Or, sorry, the blue removal spell is put target creature on top of its owner's library and mill one. They almost cast something. Maybe it was Doomsday. Ooh, Brainstorm. Such a good draw. But it'd be nice to cast it with more cards in hand. I'm not sure if they're playing Bowmasters or not. And that's good for them. Yeah, I guess with Brazen Borrower coming down, they won't have too much time. But another Baraglyph would really make things complicated. But maybe they have enough faith in my own top decks that just a few extra looks would do it for me. And yeah, they had a Lotus Petal in hand. Cool. I'm honestly not sure how much Prismatic Vista is doing so far. I feel like it hasn't really... I mean, I guess that's actually a huge endorsement for the card. Like, if I haven't noticed it, that means my mana hasn't been compromised in any way. Welcome back to the third match here. Pretty solid hand. I mean... Okay. Now Prismatic Vista is kind of fucked up. Or, excuse me, messed up, because I'd want to get, like, Volcanic Island with this. But the good news is that there are no red cards in my hand, so I'm getting away with it here. They're getting away with it here. Opponent taking a mulligan, which is nice because we have Force of Will. Alright. The Slamio. They didn't even want to force it. Suez. Okay. Probably some kind of Riscaminator Rog deck, but that means we're getting... Well, frankly, it means we're getting away with murder. If I'm to be entirely honest here. Especially if we top deck a blue card off this clue. Ponder's good. But they put Polluted Delta in their graveyard, which means either they think they can operate on one land and combo, or they're really hurting for action. Yeah, this is kind of... I mean, it's not great. If they take Shieldred's Edict, we can expect, like, a creature move. But if they start working on my forces, then we'll know we're in pretty good shape. Okay. We do hit the blue card. Fanatic? Sure. I mean, it's not that great, but I mean, it is a 4/4. They don't do anything about it. I mean, yeah, I mean, come on. A 4/4. I'll just think of it like Tarmogoyf. Yes, I would play a 4/4 for 2 right now. And yeah, I think I'd keep that land too. No, I wouldn't. Hold on a second. No, I wouldn't. Wasteland is fine. Psychic Frog. Okay. Could have gotten a little dicey if they dazed, but even then, like, they're kind of just setting themselves back resource-wise heavily. Now we're going to smash pretty darn hard. And flip Tameo. Okay, there's some bad news here. We did not hit a land. Some bad news indeed. I'm pretty punished for losing that island. I want to hide Ponder in that case. Yeah, we have some mobility and a good clock. We just gotta not lose. Yep. Animate dead that troll? Sure. I'm gonna grab Edict here. Cast Edict. It's gone. Crunch again. I feel like we could even like win a race with a troll at this point. I'll draw Lightning Bolt next turn. Which is not like an amazing draw or anything, but yes. Because if I plus Tameo, they'll have to discard a card to Frog to do anything. If they discard their whole hand to win combat against Fnatic, we're also in pretty good shape. Okay. That is the plan, it looks like. This is a fine trade. But maybe the cards in their hand are just kind of bad. Yeah, I mean, Reanimate's not bad, but everything else was kind of underwhelming. So now we'll shoot a Psychic Frog. And we still have a Force of Will. Tameo going up. Cantrips are kind of rough draws. And we got him. Okay, so Red Blast, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Surgical, can trim Narset and Kolaghan's Command. Although we didn't see Entomb, so we don't know how crazy they're going on the combo side of things here. We can go down on Lightning Bolt though for sure. Fnatic's in a weird spot. It's really not good to give them the option of such a powerful creature in the yard. I feel like I can win with just the overwhelming card advantage of things. I'm going to trim a Vista. Then I get to bring in what? Consign to Memory does line up pretty nice against Animate Dead, but it's kind of the only card. I have a feeling that this is a version with Entomb and stuff like that. Although I don't know for sure. Try like that. I think we can do better than that. Seeing as we'd play Waterlogged Teachings tapped, and then possibly get Wastelanded. Yeah, I think I can do better with this. I'm going to keep in bottom Lightning Bolt. Ponder, sure. Okay, no shuffle. Edict is nice. Even though I do have a red card in hand, I'm pretty sure Basic Island is the way to go here. And because they played a Basic Island themselves, I don't need to worry about Entomb Reanimate next turn. Okay, cool. I'm putting Thoughtseize in my hand because if they Thoughtseize me, sometimes they'll just kind of get tunnel vision into taking the Thoughtseize. Yep. Okay, they take Surgical. I can still snap Surgical. Thoughtseize you. They do have the Wasteland. They have Entomb Reanimate. But like I said, they don't have the double black to complete that. Pretty clear take a Reanimate even. That Daze is really annoying. Maybe I can get them to use it on this Ponder. I cannot. Can't really say no to this mountain. Yeah. Yeah. So now this puts them 2 draws away from like a total combo situation. Okay, they found the double black, so now if they find another Reanimate effect, they could send an Entomb. But not when I have Snap and Surgical. So I think with any luck, that Ponder was their last chance to Daze. One unknown over there. Gotta be a little careful of Prismatic Vista failing to find. That's something else I didn't really think about. Yep. They might also Entomb here. We'll see. Entomb for whatever monster is good, but not what they want the most. I'll still take it. I mean, it's card disadvantage, which is annoying, but I don't know. Like, their hand is 2 dazes. Like, who cares all that much? I'll take 3, and then... Well, is it even that big of a deal if they reanimate Troll? I mean, kind of, yeah, because I can't take that much more damage. And I have to fight through double days to Bolt Edict. Or I guess I can just do that. So, yeah, it's probably fine to do that around triple days. So ridiculous. I feel like every land I draw virtually discards a card from their hand. Alright, let's see how good this Ponder was. If they can follow up with something else scary, then I might be in trouble. Yeah, it's pretty good. Damn it. Oh no! Okay. So now the double days will be a huge problem. Damn, that was a good Ponder. I can't really afford to Surveil either, because then they can Wasteland, and their double days might work again. Damn it. Okay, well, I've Snap Edict, and then I just need to top deck again, I guess. No big deal. I'm doing it this way so they can't daze me when I, Wait, that didn't make sense. They'd have to put one of their dazes on the stack before I reach for the next one. But yeah, let's just hope that things continue to go well for me. Like if I draw Brazen Borrower or Edict. Okay, that will fail to find, unfortunately. See what we can do here. Bowmasters can also keep me alive, provided they don't have anything. Cling to Dust. No. Not too helpful. Okay. Tough. I mean, this deck has incredibly powerful progression, so it's not a huge surprise, but felt like we were in pretty good shape. But that Ponder was pretty good. What now? I don't really feel the need to change too much up. I also don't know how effective Narset is. It's really nice to dig and pull ahead on cards, but also Planeswalkers are a little vulnerable if they don't have removal built in. So I'm going to go like that, maybe get another Pyroblast, maybe? Removal is good, but I have had situations against this deck where I'm just like looking at Troll, Fanatic, whatever else with just like 2 or 3 Pyroblasts in my hand. Does not feel good. Consign is interesting. Maybe I'll take one of those. Wait. No, that's fine. Well, it's very stable. It's got a force. I don't have to concede resources. Kaito's really good if I can just get, like, any of my flash creatures. Shouldn't be too hard. They have a really slow start. Putting Ponder in the graveyard? Brainstorm is pretty good at fixing hands, I would say. No, I could hit Thoughtseize, so let's do that. I don't. I think I put these 2 back. Yeah. And then Scalding Tarn can reach for basic Mountain if it feels appropriate. We have some good removal here. I just don't really want to pitch Kaito to Force of Will. Sure. No reanimate. Interesting. Red Blast. Okay, well if they try to send a combo, protected with Force, I can Red Blast back. And that would be a good exchange. They just have so many cards in hand, you know? Kind of an insane amount of cards, but they're not doing anything. It's very strange. Got confused for a second. Because I was like, wait a minute. I shuffled, right? And I did, but I redrew it. Wow, it's a lot of Troll, Khazad-dûm. It's kind of nice to not have to worry about the super late game of just them hard casting Troll of Khazad-dûm one after the other. Because that is hard to beat. Wait, they're not playing out Underground Sea? Oh, they're going to discard to hand size? Clever. There's Archon. Strix. Not bad. How about some graveyard hate, huh? All right. I like this. We were due to hit some. Don't give me that look. Brazen Borrower? Sure. Glad to see them expend some cards. Okay, but this is some bullshit. Force that. Really sad to lose Kaito. Okay, they pitch a Traxa. Counter target blue spell. It's gone. I think I'll just let that happen. Make sure they don't reanimate and then just bolt it on the end step. Down to 3 cards. I like that. Another bolt. The last bolt. Okay, so now I'm just kind of hoping that Cling can do some work. If I Cling Archon, Trax is in exile, like they can't have any like mega splashy plays. Can still do some stuff though, that's for sure. Psychic Frog, yep. That one's fine. Man, I really want to grind right now though. Like, drawing 2 seems so good. But I mean, there's also a Psychic Frog right there, so... Can't exactly do that. Oh, shit. I should have bolted first. That was stupid. Play Tamia. Now they have an opportunity to, like, use removal for the first time, so we can see if that's what they've been holding on to. But I have a feeling it's like days. Maybe multiple dazes. Hard to say. Reanimate Fanatic. I really hope this works. Daze. Okay, they're looking for a Surveil. Oh, they put a card on top. What does that mean? Am I screwed? Hopefully it's Psychic Frog. The Long Goodbye. Well, can't do anything about that. Another Cling is nice. If it is Psychic Frog, like, I'm checking with Strix, but I can also bolt and they wouldn't have enough cards to save it. Ponder. Not happy about it, but what am I supposed to do? Almost certain their last card is Daze, by the way. No action. Alright. Thoughtseize. Force of Will. Maybe that'll be good someday. Got it. Yeah, Entomb can't be that great from this point on, right? Just can't be. Archon's just sitting in the yard like a chump. Trax is in exile like a chump. Sure. Don't mind that. I feel like you'd want to keep that for a brainstorm. Speaking of which. Oh, must have been 3 really bad cards. Alright, we did it. Oh, I'm getting a little beat. Maybe gotta revitalize myself a little bit. I know I was joking and saying how this was such a boring idea for a video, but now I'm actually kind of getting tired, so gotta bring the energy Prismatic Vista deserves. Okay, here we go. We are on the draw with a pretty solid hand. Generally like the massive card advantage engines of Narset, the inherent 2-for-1s of Orcish Bowmasters, Kolaghan's Command. The only problem is if we're up against a dedicated wasteland strategy, it might be difficult to get a foothold. But Basic Island Preordain is not usually indicative of wasteland. If anything, it's indicative of Sneak and Show, which is not great with this hand. I'll say that much. Find me a force. No force, but I think Thoughtseize is kind of necessary here. We'll try and find more lands next turn. But they could also just go like City of Traders, Show and Tell. At that point, we'd have to hope that they just like put in an Omniscience and we put in Bowmasters and they have to cantrip to their actual threat, and then we just beat them with Bowmaster triggers. Because that's something that would ever happen. Another Basic Island is really interesting though. They don't shuffle. Is this High Tide? It's not Grixis control. Preordain and Misty Rainforest kind of give that away. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling. So we take Intuition here. They have Force backup, that's really scary. Cunning Wish, we'll find an instant, not a sorcery, so yeah, we just take Intuition and shuffle that. Pretty bad. Darn shuffle bug. Ponder bug, I mean. Okay. I think they'll likely force Narset if I draw a blue source here. It's a black source. So what? I think I play Strix here. Resolves. Okay, there's Force of Will. It's not bad. I mean, they have a force themselves, but I don't know. They cast Cunning Wish here. They cast Impulse. We have a weird shot. Lorien revealed. I don't know. Can I afford to force that? I don't think so. They'll force back. Uh-oh, the camera is sagging. What's it looking at right now? Is this even aligned right? Is this even the time to worry about something like that? Hold on. It's probably not aligned right. Who gives a fuck? We're about to die. I don't want to give up on Narset. Feels like an actual thing that they would force, and then I could maybe have a force, but I'm not going to draw a blue card and a blue source. I'm just not. Brainstorm would be the way to turn two cards into different cards, but then I wouldn't have double blue. I don't know. I mean, sure. I'll force. Okay, I was hoping that would happen. If they didn't force back, that'd be like really freaking scary. They get this really good exchange on me. Yeah, not really getting the right lands per se. That's okay, because I don't even have a double blue spell anymore. I can cast two Bowmasters. If they need to like cantrip a lot more to put their win together. I mean, every time I cast Lorien Revealed, I get at least two lands, so I think we'll be safe. Punish. Thwart. Well, there goes all your mana. But what if I had another one? The fact that they would thwart that makes me feel like maybe they don't have their combo yet. They don't really have it together yet, which is a really good sign. But they're not going to be Brainstorm locked because there's still a Polluted Delta in the mix, which I'm sure they're going to play as soon as this Brainstorm is done resolving. Thwart. Is this show and tell? Or is this a more insidious time waster? Ancient Tomb kind of tells me that it is. And show and tell really does like their free interaction. I mean, we have the reach. We have the Kolaghan's command. We could do this. Folks, we could really do this. Not to mention if they do play show and tell, we put in Fanatic. Bowmaster gets that last point of damage in. It's possible. So this is already turning off Ancient Tomb, right? They probably shuffled away that island. If their last two cards after, if they force Kolaghan's command, if their last two cards are like force blue or show and tell payoff. If it was Emrakul, it wouldn't matter. If it was Traxa, we'd probably be in trouble. I don't know. But they're also playing like Thwart. So they could like force me without even having to do anything. But then if they do that, they'd be working with one mana. Because I'm turning off Ancient Tomb with this attack. But if I Brainstorm and see Bowmaster's Lightning Bolt, they need two counter spells to stay alive. There's Bolt. I'm going to go for that. I have double red, right? Yes, okay. See if that works. I think they'll have to use the rest of their resources to stay alive. So I think either some way this will work. Okay, cool, we got there. What is this though? Like, what is going on? It seems like a show and tell deck with that Ancient Doom and all that free counter magic. So that's what I'm gonna pretend it is. I like Opposition Agent against Intuition quite a bit. Losing my voice a little bit. It's been a long day. Consign to Memory must be good. Pyroblast is our best card. Fanatic is a little grindy, I think. Surgical is actually pretty good against Intuition as well, and combo decks in general. So, well, Shielder's Edict is like damage control. I don't normally like it though. Lightning Bolt can go until they show me like Tamiyo or something like that. Then probably Brazen Borrower. I don't know actually. Like, there are weird lines where like they cast Show and Tell, they put in Omniscience, and you put in like Strix or Bowmaster or something with an ETB that disrupts the priority, and then you can actually Petty Theft and Omniscience before they can cast Emrakul or whatever. It's a thing. It's a thing that happens sometimes. Kling can go. Maybe one Kolaghan's Command. They might have like Defense Grid. Yeah, cut Fanatic for this one. We're just in a lot of danger. One more cut. I think it should probably be Edict, but I'm scared. I feel like they're going to put in an Emrakul and try really hard to do it. So how about Surgical? Although I really want to Surgical them and see what's going on. I'm on the draw. I could also trim a land. That's fine. Probably should have been Kaito. The more I think about it. Oh my god. Thoughtseize, Pyroblast hand, one lander. Oh my god, and they're taking a mulligan? This is so stupid. This is a keep for sure, but it's so dumb. Am I gonna get so roasted for this? I mean, I promise I won't complain if I lose. Fuck. What do I do? Should I flip a coin? I should just flip a coin. So Thoughtseize and Pyroblast are like our two best cards. I can cast both of them off this bad lands. But then what do I do after that? Tamiyo Kaito is like a way we can win. I don't know if we're ever going to see a better hand than this. Minus the land situation. I don't know. I have a bad feeling about it though. Okay. Rewarded. Put back Swamp. We don't get to keep the Thoughtseize, but we do get the Red Blast, which is nice. Getting that island. Oh, hell yeah. I'm not flinching. I saw that Ancient Tomb, so can't afford to tap out for Tamiyo here. Even though it is really nice to accrue those clues and just like crack them any turn my opponent doesn't do anything, but you know, we gotta not really mess around either. It's so tempting to just Surgical and see what the hell's going on in there. Top, huh? I can't even Surveil because I really do want double Pyroblast. Okay, perfect. See what's going on. Fluster, that's fine. Quite preferable, in fact. Although, if they cast something big with one blue up, I'm going to actually extract Flusterstorm before pointing a Pyroblast at it. That's fine. Haven't seen Flusterstorm in Legacy for some time. Strong card. Strong card. Boy, I wish that Thoughtseize has resolved. Narset. Alright, back to you. Send it. No? If I draw a land, excuse me, I'm going to cast Tamiyo. Okay, there it is. could just extract show and tell. It's like a fine play. Then I could see if I could even surveil right now. Okay. Oh, they just conceded to that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That puts us at 4-0 with this Prismatic Vista build. Crazy. I've been trying to post more losses on the channel, but I just can't. I'm just kidding. I promise I lose a lot. But when I record, I guess I'm just like really locked in. All right, here we go. For the final match in this league, showcasing Prismatic Vista. And I think this hand's pretty good. It might be a little complicated if we start drawing red cards and stuff, but in the meantime... Okay, looks like we're up against Carnforge Ring. Force of Will, traditionally pretty good against that deck, but with the advent of Vexing Bauble, it's a little more complicated than that. So we'll want to use this at our first convenience. Nimble Obstructionist. Now that's going to be pretty good if we can get a third land, which shouldn't be too hard. Best case scenario, they just like drop something pretty big here, and we just can force it, and yeah, like that. And then they have trouble finding another payoff, and etc., etc. Uh-oh. And there's no way I'm not getting a swamp with that. Even though they have Ancient Tomb, so Lightning Bolt does have some application there. I also want to start applying some more pressure, so I feel like Bowmasters would be a good play this turn. There's this Saga. Well, actually, Stifling Chapter 2 would really pump the brakes on their aggro. Yeah, I think I just really need to draw a land here, so why don't I crack the clue token? Great. Oh, that's good too. Yeah, I think I'm still down to just Stifle Chapter 2. Should buy us some time and stuff. Then if Kaito can just kind of take over this game. Wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind that happening. Force of Will. Okay. Well, might actually have to use that. Metamorph. Copying what? Tameo? Another Manifold Key? Kind of scary stuff. Thoughtseize. Now I have a blue card for Force again. I think I might have already mentioned that. Yeah. Top. I mean, they'll probably get Vexing Bauble unless they're also a Force deck. Show and Tell PO. That PO would be pretty bad, wouldn't it? I'm going to take PO. It's just a little more guaranteed to be good. Show and Tell, they have to draw something. And then at that point, I also get some Bowmasters in. But I'm definitely expecting Vexing Bauble here. Yep. The One Ring. Wow. Well, I mean, Bolt, Snap, Bolt. That's what we're going to do now. Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Yeah. Yeah, bolt, snap, bolt. How long do I wait though, you know? How long do I wait? They're a little choked on mana, because they don't have like a monolith or anything. Also, Bowmaster's bolt will do it. Um, I mean, if they want to force, they have to crack their bauble, so... Force will also cost them life. I think this is just the safest thing to do here. They didn't do anything about it. Play Bowmasters. Sink into Stupor. Shoot. Oh, it's not good. Well, just gotta hope that they're really choked on mana, I guess. Draw some more. Okay, they have 1 mana. Now they're drawing a card, so Force is back. That's nice. But not for them, because they're at 1. Lotus Petal? Is there really any reason to force this? I don't think so. They probably have another one. They probably need to cast another ring. "20 cards in hand. No big deal. Mox Opal. Manifold Key. Yeah, I think the gate is still mana, so let's just kind of try and help them there. Another Mox Opal. Lotus Petal. They can use the remaining Lotus Petals to cast a 1 ring. If they drew them all by chance. We'll take Key. Is this what I force? Does that make any sense at all? I want to say no. Because they're still going to have a hard time to, like, get enough mana. Because they got to be running out of free mana generation, right? I mean, they could have Chromox. Doesn't seem quite right for a deck with so few blue cards, though, I will say. Now they probably cast a monolith. And I forced that. Alright. Very good. Looking good. We have 1 meltdown. Opposition Agent seems nice. Also Pyroblast. This is a very blue heavy version. And what else? I like Thoughtseize. Infernal Reckoning is interesting. They almost certainly have Fleshraker. Oh, Consigned Memory is very good. Can probably go without Fnatic. Lightning Bolt's also kind of medium, but I mean, they use their life total so much. Maybe Cling to Dust, not as impactful. Edict is interesting, but I think we can just roll with 1. They'll have Karn. Can probably trim Kaito on the draw. 1 Tameo. And then Force of Will is like... Force of Will is a hard one in this matchup. It used to be such a slam dunk, and now it doesn't really feel like one. Could trim a land. Could do that. Or I could just trim another bolt. I don't know. I feel like Metamorph will be enough of a consideration that I want to be able to like clear a Bowmaster and inadvertently give them via Metamorph or something like that. I don't know. It probably should be one of these Narsets, because even though it's really good at stopping, yeah, it is really good at stopping the ring. On the draw, it's tough. Oh, I don't know. Just do my normal thing and trim a land on the draw, or I'm going to be playing pretty low to the ground anyways. Most games will end on turn 3 or 4, one way or the other. Yeah, looks good to me. Good interaction. A threat. Manifold Key. Vexing Bauble, you got it. Probably am not allowed to tap out of Consigned to Memory, unfortunately, so I think I should just play Volcanic Island and pass. Paradoxical Outcome, that is a strong card, isn't it? Okay, now I can probably play Tamiyo. I'm surprised they didn't do anything. Six mana line. We'll consign that to memory. Very good. So funny thing about this card is that unlike the initiative or the monarchy, you don't need to deal combat damage, you just need to not be blocked. I mean, we're definitely going to Thoughtseize here. Grab a little clue token, which is nice. We're a little shields down, though. So we're going to have to hope that their top decks are not good. We'll take Argentum Masticore. Sink into Stupor tells me I should definitely not go for a Tamiyo Ultimate, though. Ooh, that was such a good draw. Now they're pretty light on mana, though, so I could not crack a clue right now and definitely flip Tamiyo next turn. Probably what I want to do. Not very mana efficient, I will say. But flipping Tamiyo seems very important. Especially with draws like this. Alright, we're on the verge of a fail to find here, but actually there's still two. That's fine. Let's go crack Zilla over here. There's a Brainstorm, actually. That is much better. Didn't hold up the right color, apparently. Well, that's not really true, though, because I had a red card in my hand. Okay. With any luck, they won't commit another artifact to the battlefield, and I can bolt the first construct. So far, so good. Gonna get Consign back for sure, right? Or is it Brainstorm? I think it should be Consign. Well, let's Thoughtseize first. Another Masticore. Bolt there. Suppose I will play around Pithing Needle. Mox Opal, sure. To Gritty. We're kind of getting to the point where that doesn't matter all that much. It might help us more than them. Yeah. Yeah. 3 more to cast. I don't know. Let's just not. Ooh. I should crack this first, right? Okay, we got him empty. Start clocking with that opposition agent. Just need to dodge one good top deck. Unfortunately, that was not possible. Damn. Well, maybe we can still win. But that manifold key alongside the One Ring is like not cool. They'll draw here. Whoa. Things are pretty good right now. Kind of a tough choice. I think I just take Ponder. And then I think I cash in Tameo for Consign. All right. God, that was such a good top deck. Oh my god. Probably because I left 2 in, right? It's 100% why, right? Ancient Tomb. The pressure is pretty high. Vexing Ball was probably stopping some amount of their top decks. Narset should deliver another card next turn. Metamorph. Can be hard to get Red Blast to line up, so we're going to do this. All right. Crashing for 3 here. Narset gives me Lightning Bolt. That's pretty good. Might as well hit him right now, right? Maybe I'll Ponder too. Give me those Bowmasters. Hey, we did it. Another trophy. And I might be wrong, but I believe that puts me tied for 4th place. It's me. All right. That's got to be one heck of an endorsement for Prismatic Vista. Going into this, I was thinking that if I didn't really notice the card at all throughout this league, then it must be a really good choice. And I didn't notice it at all. I think there was like one scenario where our mana might have been compromised. I can't remember exactly though, because this league has been spread out over a couple days. Things have been a little busy. But that's got to be a huge endorsement for Prismatic Vista. It's a fetch land that can get any color while also playing around Wasteland. I might have to rethink the mana base, even though that would probably not be the best thing to do right before Eternal Weekend. But definitely file this one away. Think about it. It could be something worth returning to. Every other card was just like a great player as well. That top deck of Narset, though, was just insane. I can't believe that happened. We definitely got away with something there. Cool. I think I'll leave it there for now. As always, thank you so much for watching the content. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We've hit the big 1,000. Leave your comments or questions down below for the 1,000 subscriber special, along with any other thoughts. Check out the Patreon if you want to submit a donation bonus league or something like that. And stay tuned for more Grixis Control and I guess Modern Jund now. All right, see ya.